DeSoto and the DeSoto Plymouth dealers from coast to coast present Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. And now, here he is, the one, the only...
Well, here I am again with the chance for each of our couples to win up to $10,000. And if any of them say the secret word, they can take home an extra 10,000 pennies.
Groucho, I have a couple of special guests to introduce to you now. They're two of the greatest and best-known athletes in the world today, Miss Earlene Brown and Kenny Washington. Would you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx?
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and you'll divide an extra $100. It's a common word, something you see every day. Kenny Washington, glad to see you.
Nice seeing you, Miss Marx.
Earlene Brown, glad to see you.
Same to you, Groucho.
For those who don't follow football, this is one of the legendary names in the game. No, this one. This is Mr. Washington, the first man to ever throw a dollar across the Potomac River. Unfortunately, they never threw it back. That's the government for you. Earlene, I recognize your name, but I can't place you. Are you a housewife or are you a fullback for the L.A. Rams?
Well, Groucho, I'm a housewife and a shot putter.
Aren't you a world's record holder of some kind?
No, Groucho, not a world's record holder. I'm the American champion.
Oh, well, that's good enough. It's a big country, you know.
I represented the the American, USA, excuse me, for the 1956 Olympic Games.
Who all have you beaten in the shot put?
Well, we went on tour through Russia and Hungary and Romania and Greece last summer, and I won every event there.
Oh, very impressive. What's the farthest you've heaved the shot?
Well, unofficially, this was during training last year, I pushed 55 feet 4 inches to better the world's record.
Oh, why do you say you pushed it?
Well, that's the way it's done. You have to push the
Well, don't
ball.
you twirl it around like this?
No, you push a steel ball. It's to better the American record last summer in Russia. I pushed the shot 54 feet 2 inches, about that. I'm a bit off.
You're constructed rather, I would say, solidly, Earlene. What do you tip the beam at, and how often?
Well, I'll say I'm 10 pounds overweight.
2 pounds overweight?
10.
10 pounds overweight. Now, 10 pounds isn't much. However, it's a good thing you didn't decide to go in for the pole vault. You don't mind if I kid you a little, do you, Earlene?
Oh, no, I can handle myself.
Well, if you can handle yourself, you certainly aren't going to have any trouble handling me. Kenny, let's talk football now, huh? Before you played for the L.A. Rams, you were an All-American in college, weren't you?
Well, Groucho, I was one of the fortunate, yes. In 1939, I made every All-American team except one, and the one that I honored mostly was when the players chose me unanimously in their All-American team.
Oh, that's wonderful. Were you active in other sports besides football when you were in college?
Yes, Groucho, I played baseball. In fact, I believe that truly was my first love. And then I participated in track also, and I was a shot putter at UCLA.
You were a shot putter, you say?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How far did you heave it?
My best heave, Groucho, was around 48, 49 feet.
And Earlene, how far did you throw it?
54.
Why, Kenneth. Kenneth, you and I are just a couple of runts. You still insist that women are the weaker sex?
Well, Groucho, I never insist that women were the weakest sex. I'm married and I know better.
As soon as they're married, they all turn chicken. How did you explain your superior strength, Earlene?
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm superior. After all, the men throw 16 pounds. I only push 8 pounds, 15 ounces.
They throw twice as heavy?
Yes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they ever get around to throwing them at each other, I'm putting my money on the women. You say you're married, huh?
Yes, I am, Groucho.
Would you have rather taken up baseball?
Well, I don't know. I've been pretty happily married. I've been married going in my 19th year.
Oh, that's longer than you were playing football.
Yes, it is. 1 year, so I beat that already.
No. Now, who do you work for, Kenny? I'm sure you have a job.
Well, I do, Groucho. I'm very fortunate. I work for one of the largest liquor wholesalers in the United States, Young's Market, right here in Los Angeles.
How about you, Eileen? Do you have a job?
No, not at the present.
But you have had a job?
Yes, I used
What did you do?
I work off and on. Well, the last place I worked was at the Mattel's toy factory.
Toy factory?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do there?
Well, I worked on gun lines. They made guns and jack-in-the-box and dumbbells. You put water in them, and they weigh 6 pounds, and sand in them.
Wow. You said dumbbells. No, you said water, I believe. Was that the word?
Water.
Water. They each win $50.
Thank you.
Mrs. Brown and Mr. Washington.
How do you do?
Well, it's about time. Goodbye, dear. Come back again, huh? I hope they all get the secret word tonight. Huh? And now, let's play You Bet Your Life. You both know the rules of this game?
Yes.
We're going to show you some states in silhouette.
And before we start, Groucho, I think Earlene would like me to add right here that she has special permission of the AAU to play our game tonight, and any money that you win tonight will be donated to the building fund of the AAU.
You say she got special permission from the AA?
No, the American Athletic Union.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that.
AAU.
We're going to show you some states in silhouette. Right now, I'm in an awful state. Now, you look at them, and you tell me what the state is. If you get 4 in a row right, for $1,000. But if you miss 2 in a row, you're out. Now, George, let's have the first one.
Here's the first one.
You have to tell us what state this is. I'm going to give you a hint. The famous Mammoth Caves are located here.
Looks like an ink blot to me.
Looks like a what?
An ink blot.
An egg blot?
Ink blot.
Ink blot.
Splash.
The Mammoth Caves are located in this state. No, I'm sorry, it's Kentucky, my old Kentucky home. Now, the highest point in North America is found here. You tell me what state this is. It's a new state.
Oh, brand new?
Yeah.
Alaska.
I was going to say Massachusetts.
You now have one right.
Craters of the Moon National Monument is located here. You name the state.
Oh, Idaho?
What do you say? You don't know?
Idaho.
Oh, I thought you said I don't know.
And you now have 2 right.
Now, the principal industries of this state are agriculture and petroleum production. You tell me what state it is.
Well, that has the handle on it, Groucho. That should be...
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma's right.
Get this one right, and you'll have $1,000.
Now, this state is called the Pelican State. You name it.
Pelican State.
Pelican State. His bill holds more than his pelican. That's an old rhyme. What a wonderful bird is the pelican.
Nothing familiar to me.
His bill holds more than his pelican.
Yeah.
Than his pelican.
Say something.
Well, it's Louisiana.
Well, now you're back to 1 wrong.
Now, the nickname is the Keystone State. You tell me what it is. East of the Mississippi.
Keystone, I know, but I can't think of it.
I'm sure you played football. Well, I'm sorry, it's Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. I'm sorry.
Well, that's...
I just came back from that last summer.
That one I had the Pelican State. I can think of Louisiana.
Well, I'm sorry you missed 2 in a row, so that's it. However, we don't want you to go away broke. Now, you've got $100.
Yeah.
And here's a chance to get another 100. So you'll each have $100 if you guess this question. That isn't too bad, is it?
No.
For one night's work. Now, no help, please, because this is a tough one. What ocean borders the Atlantic coast? The Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Monthly. That's right. I'm sorry you didn't win more, but thanks anyway for being with us.
It's my pleasure.
You bet your life.
Thank you very kindly.
Thank you.
Groucho, I'd like to have you talk to Evelyn Beebe and Jack.
Why do you want me? Why don't you talk to them?
Well, then it'll be a different show, I'll tell you that.
Probably a much better one.
I doubt that.
Which is what the audience was applauding for. I can leave now if that's the way you feel about it. And here he is, the one and only Fenneman. Be my guest. George, I'd like to have you talk to Evelyn Beebe and Jack LaLanne. Would you come in, please, and meet George Fenneman?
Yes. How do you do?
Mr. Fenneman.
All right.
How do you do, Beebe?
How do you do?
I'd like you to meet another friend of mine. Well, bring the girl down.
If the girl is coming down, I'm coming back.
I knew that would get you.
Welcome to the Late Late Show, except in the Middle West. And say the secret word and divide an extra $100,000. I mean an extra $100. It's a common word. It's something you see every day. You give up? Evelyn Beebe and Jack LaLanne, huh? That's your Evelyn over there.
Yes, sir.
Evelyn, where are you from? How old are you, and are you married?
I'm from Libertyville, Illinois. I'm 20 years old, and I'm single.
Well, you got lots of time to get married. It's one thing you never want to rush into.
No.
You meet a man you like, think it over very carefully. Take all day if necessary. You're Jack LaLanne?
I'm Jack LaLanne, Groucho.
Doesn't seem possible. Particularly since I've never met him. Where are you from, Jack?
I was born and raised in San Francisco.
Oh, were you there during the earthquake?
I'm not that old, Groucho.
They had one last week. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Evelyn, there's your man. How old are you, Jack?
You know, Groucho, every year I get a year younger. I don't consider calendar years. I say that your age is the sum total of your physical condition, the condition of your mind, and how you feel.
In what way do you get younger? Are you ready for your second childhood?
Well, nothing like that, but, you know, each year on my birthday, I try to do something that no one has ever done before. I try to do something...
That's not easy.
Oh, you're right. Try to do something no one has ever done before.
I see. What did you do on your last birthday, Jack?
Well, last birthday was September 26th. I broke a record. I paddled from the Farallon Islands to San Francisco on a surfboard in 9.5 hours in rough water.
Well,
that was nonstop.
Honey, I thought you'd never get here, huh? $50 for you and $50 for the girl, right? Wouldn't you rather give the man 70 and the girl 30? Yeah?
No.
No. Well, goodbye, dear. Make a wonderful mother, wouldn't she? Why do you insist on such curious and strenuous demonstrations? What are you trying to prove? Why don't you just settle for a birthday cake and some cheap neckties like the rest of us?
Well, Groucho, health is my business.
Health is your business?
Yes. Well, I take about 100 alfalfa tablets a day. You know, alfalfa is one of the richest sources of minerals and vitamins. Then I take about 50 desiccated liver tablets a day, and I take Boneplex and extra vitamin C.
You've never thought of just killing yourself, huh? Where do you get these pills?
Where do I get them?
Yeah.
I manufacture them under my own name.
Oh.
Yeah, but let me tell you something about these, you know. Like first thing, the vitamin B. You know what vitamin B has to do with your energy and your vitality. It helps you to make decisions more, and it calms your nerves down.
I made a decision already. I'm not going to take any of your pills. Now, how do you tell the people about this message of yours? Do you stand on a soapbox in the public square?
No, not exactly, Groucho. I have a daily TV show that I show the housewife how to do corrective exercise, and I give her facts about scientific nutrition.
Well, when is it on? I'd like to see it sometime.
It's 9:30 to 10 in the mornings. Mm-hmm. And what I do, I get in the home and help the average housewife to be more glamorous and more beautiful.
And where's her husband
nutrition.
while this is going on? You go from house to house?
That's my idea. My job is to get in the woman's home, via television.
That's my idea, too, but I don't see it. Now, would you mind staying healthy for a few minutes while I talk to your partner here? What kind of an occupation do you have, Evelyn? Are you a specialist of some kind?
I'm working toward becoming a character actress and a comedian.
You're working towards becoming a comedian?
Yes.
Well, so have I, but this has been going on for years. What sort of work have you done in the past?
Well,
I mean, like last night.
Well, I do typing and modeling and personal
simultaneously?
counseling. Oh, yes, and in the mornings and things, I go to my lessons. In the afternoon, I personal counsel, type manuscripts, do these other things, maintain to pay the rent and to pay these people.
You say you were a personal counselor? Where did you get your training for this job?
Well, I took philosophy in college, and I also read The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale.
Have you ever seen Norman Vincent Peale?
No, I haven't. I missed one.
Well, it's
of his
very interesting. You should see it sometime.
See him? I read his book.
I just couldn't resist it, that's all. All right, well, let's play You Bet Your Life. This is Mr. Fenneman. This is Luella, and this is Jack. Not Luella, Evelyn.
No, Evelyn.
Evelyn. You're going to identify some objects. These are all objects everybody has seen many times. Look at them and tell me what they are. If you get 4 in a row right, you win $1,000. If you miss 2 in a row, you're out. Now, George, come over and hold up the first one. Can you handle that?
Yeah.
Now, what would you call this? If you don't know, guess.
Symbolism. It's a symbolism.
No, it's a glockenspiel. All right, now what is this called?
Sexton.
Yes. Now, surveyors would use this. What is it?
You have 2 right now.
I'm trying to think.
Yes, if you keep quiet, he can think. Otherwise, he's liable to make you take some of those pills.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I guess nobody knows but me. It's a transit. Transit.
You now have 1 wrong.
Those are very slow. That's not the rapid transit. That's the real slow ones. Now, what is this? Bring it out, George.
I was just...
Show it to the customer.
Abacus.
Abacus, yes.
Right.
That's what I'm smoking, abacus. Now, this is often called a sweet potato. No, not this. This. Bring it out. What is it?
Ocarina.
Ocarina.
You now have 2 right.
Do you know that song? Dance to the music of the ocarina. That's by Irving Berlin, who's probably the greatest songwriter ever lived.
Coffee grinder.
What is this?
Coffee grinder.
Well, a coffee mill, but we'll give it to you.
You
Just
now
remember
have...
that the mills of the gods grind slowly, but they grind exceeding fine. Amen.
You have 3 right.
Long time.
Did you know that? What are you doing, George? You're leaping back and forth here with all kinds of curious things. Do you like this? You having fun out of this?
Well, I'll get healthy.
Fishing creel. Basket.
Fishing creel is right.
And at this point, you have 4 right, and you win yourself $1,000.
You won $1,000. You know, now you've won $1,000. Now you can keep it and quit, or else you can come back later and try to double your money. You may even get a crack at $5,000 or even $10,000. So you go over there and sit down and think about it. And thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Groucho. It's been a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Now, in just a moment, we'll find out if our last couple will try for $10,000.
George? Anybody out there that wants to try for the big money?
Well, Evelyn Beebe and Jack LaLanne, would you come in, please, and give Groucho your decision?
You won $1,000 so far. Now, if you decide to try for the big money and you fail, you wind up with a total of $500. Now, what are you going to do?
Go for the money.
You going to go for broke, you too? You know you get to pick 2 numbers. Go ahead, pick the first number for $10,000, and I'll explain as we go along.
3.
Now, you pick a number for $5,000.
Yes, 8.
8.
I see.
Turn the wheel. too bad. Pretty close. Now, this question is worth $2,000. You ready? One of the biggest sports stories of early '59 was the victory over Australia by the United States Davis Cup team. A young citizen of Peru, playing for the United States, was largely responsible for this victory. For $2,000, what was his name? Who was it?
The only thing that registers to me is something like Murillo or...
No, I'm sorry. His name is Alex Olmedo. Sorry, mister, but you wind up with $500. That isn't too bad. Congratulations, and thanks for being with us.
Be sure to tune in next week, same time, same station, for Groucho Marx in You Bet Your Life. Brought to you by your DeSoto Plymouth dealer. And don't forget to listen to You Bet Your Life every Wednesday night on radio.